1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hi, I'm Glenn. Okay, we're live. Hi, I'm Glenn at COAF Field Team on YouTube. And let's start off with a howdy on the chat. Howdy. And just a quick, I guess, intro on what we're talking about in today's live stream topic. And it's the local trout stockings. Local trout stockings of interest. Mainly for those of us that are in the local area, specifically just here in the Allen area, north of Plano, north of Dallas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Local trout stockings of interest. So let's get started. Just to show you what I'm talking about, let me shift over to the Texas Parks and Wildlife trout stocking and schedule. And what I'm talking about in particular is Grayson County, just up the road from us. Pottsboro, James G. Thompson Park Pond was recently stocked. In fact, it was stocked today. And looks like 1,100 trout. And been to Pottsboro, and it's a fairly good place to give it a shot. If you live in the Allen, Plano area, it's about maybe 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes away, just up the road, past the Buc-ee's, Sherman area, Denison area. Just head a little bit more west, and you should be able to get there. And that's Pottsboro. It's a fairly large-sized pond, and it's fairly straightforward fishing for trout. The other one is also in Grayson County, and this one is Waterloo Park Pond, and that's another one that's just right up the road from Pottsboro. This case is Denison, and that one is a real small pond. It gets stocked multiple times each day, and oh, by the way, you got a really good chance of catching a fish. Orion's Descendant. What's up? How's it going, Orion's Descendant? Things are good. Hope you've been able to do some fishing here lately. Maybe over here locally, Bethany Lakes did get stocked as well. Have gone there twice now, and I was able to limit out one day, and the other one I had some hits, but didn't catch anything. I was mainly doing a quick trip after going up to the Blue River. Okay, so local trout stockings of interest, just to touch base real quick. Pottsboro, just up the road from us here in Allen, just got stocked today. I got some video on some past trips there. And then Waterloo, that's another one that gets stocked multiple times to include today. I've got some video there also of a past trip. And then, oh, by the way, one to keep in your back pocket, if you just want to go and get a chance at possibly some nice sized trout, maybe even some catch and release, or possibly catch and keep. There's also Athens, the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center in Athens, Texas. That's been stocked, and you got a good opportunity to maybe catch a fish there too. Let's see, it's great here. I haven't gone trout fishing yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I've been across the street from my house for sunfish. All right, cool beans. Yeah, do give it a try. I know I was Bethany got stocked, and there's an opportunity there, and then I'm going to try maybe hitting Pottsboro here in the next few days. That's always a good one to give a try. So let me take you to a past trip to, let's go with Pottsboro. And I can talk briefly on some of the things to point out from that trip. So let me run the video.
Hi, I'm Glenn, City of Allen Fishing Field Team, COAF. Hi, I'm Glenn, City of Allen Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team. In this round, well, just recapping yesterday's trip to Pottsboro Pond or Lake up in Pottsboro, Texas, just up the road. This one will be a little bit different. It's the first time we've been there, and we started out the video with some, our stop at Buc-ee's to have our breakfast of champions, and then we'll roll right into a road trip up to Pottsboro. And that road trip, we're going up Highway 289. We'll come off of Hagerman Road, and then I believe it's Grayson, and then we'll make a left right into the park. And in the video, we'll put some graphics to show how we got there, as well as a little snippet or snapshot of, I guess, the sign to the park when you get in there. So a pretty cool place. Pond, I believe, is only about a year or two old, maybe 2 years. Pretty wide open spaces for fly fishing or fly casting. Do have just one area that you have to deal with some reeds, but overall, it was a pretty good fishing trip. Limited out, two of us, one using spinning gear, the other myself, yours truly, using fly fishing gear, specifically TFO 6-weight, and then we decided to pull out the CGR 2-weight fiberglass that we used the other day at Bethany Lakes. So do check it out. It's a longer video than normal, but I believe it's got a lot of information that may prove useful. Some of those that thinking about going up to Pottsboro to fish the Pottsboro Pond, where it was recently stocked. Actually, it was stocked about 2 weeks ago, and pretty surprising that there was still a lot of trout there with all that activity.
Okay, so before we hit the road, we'll have to do a breakfast of champions with the Buc-ee's sausage, egg, and cheese taco with the red sauce, and then a deal of coffee. Of course, you gotta have coffee. All right, and our buddy here has got other tacos and coffee. Tasty, tasty. All right, then with that, we'll be hitting the road up to, I think we're gonna go to Pottsboro first and try a place we've never been to before.
Okay, so change of plans, ended up just fishing Pottsboro Pond instead of both ponds, Waterloo and Pottsboro. And here we're just going up Highway 289, making a right onto Hagerman Road, and then we'll make a turn onto Grayson. And as we make this turn, there'll be a stop sign. You get up onto the road, you'll start just doing a straight shot, looking for the entrance to the park. And there's the picture of it right here. Alrighty, and then you'll turn into the entrance. It's got a white fencing that you go into, and then just follow this around till you get to the end of the road, and that'll be the parking area as well as the pond. And there it is.
Okay, we're over here at Pottsboro, and our fishing buddy is using a spinning, ultralight spinning gear with a chartreuse power worm, and he says he's got one already, so let's go check it out. He says first cast, but I don't know. I don't think it counts until it's in the bag, so let's confirm, because he can either confirm or deny. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, dang it. First cast, first trout of the day. Cool beans. Oh, yeah, nice. All right, so the trout are here at Pottsboro. Okay, so our buddy caught one using a chartreuse power worm. Yours truly is going to try the olive near deer. Okay, here's the ultralight setup that we're using here. This is a ultralight spinning gear. I think it's like a 6-foot, 7-foot rod, and then it's just a simple 2-split shot along with a hook, and putting that chartreuse power worm right over here. Chartreuse power worm, and that's what caught him. Right, let's see if we can get some more. Oh yeah, they're out here. You can see them jumping about. All right, let's see if we can get one over here. Okay, let's work our way on this half of the pond. It looks like we see them jumping, so let's see if we can get one to take. Oh, there's the hit. Oh, missed it. Hit it on the drop. Hit it on the drop. Let's try this again.
And then one thing to keep in your back pocket about Pottsboro is typically what I've seen is the water is really clear. So if you bring your polarized glasses, you'll get a good idea of how the trout are reacting. Additionally, in this trip, this is our first trip to Pottsboro. We mainly caught our fish on the northern section of the pond, but I noticed over the years you can pretty much catch them on the other side of the bank, as well as along this pier area and along that shore. It's your typical stocked trout or stocked pond where you've got the a slow slope or a steady slope before it drops off into a deeper section. So overall, this is Pottsboro up in Grayson County, about 30-40 minutes away from us here in Allen. And over the years, we found is one, it's not fished heavily. Not too many people fish it, at least what we've seen, at least in the last 3-4 years. And then the other thing is that there seems to be a good amount of trout that are stocked, and you've got several weeks of being able to catch them there. So they just got stocked today. I would say this week and the next week definitely should be able to do well there, if not going into the third, fourth week. So keep that in your back pocket when it comes to Pottsboro.
Hi, I'm Glenn, Cedar Valley Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team.
Get it cast in. Again, what's nice about this OPST Skagit head is it's pretty simple to shoot it out there with minimal false casting. So that one's almost over there to that little round thing. And you can see.
All right, let me just jump through here real quick. Okay, so here I'm using a fly rod. And over here, let's see. Using two different fly rods. One's a fiberglass Cabela's CGR, and the other one is I think the 6-weight. My fishing buddy's using some ultralight gear. He's using power worms. Yeah, power worms. All right. And then he's adjusting and also trying super dupers. Okay. And over there in the distance, I can see some trout jumping. Now I'm going to work my way to the other side of the pond. And let's see how that turns out.
And we're going to go see if we can get something back around as we walk the other way. To the other side, I mean.
And again, this is
so we'll just work our way around the shoreline to that other spot, and let's see if we can catch a trout. All right, still working our way over. That's where we're gonna go, off to the right over here. But this whole area looks like there's some movement there as well. But the reeds are gonna really mess you up. All right, we're almost there. Just over there by those benches. We'll go give it a shot. All right, it's pretty clear. You can see some movement. We're gonna work our way up to the shore here and get a good cast, and hopefully we might get one on the CGR fiberglass rod 2-weight with a near deer. All right, getting a good cast, getting some help with the wind coming over here off our right. There's a hit. All right, look at that. All right, this CGR really rocks. Okay. There's the hit. All right. This one's pulling nicely on a 2-weight. Oh, yes. What is he? Got a big bluegill. Oh, a sunfish. Sunfish. All right, well, I think this sunfish is bigger than the trout we're catching. Pretty heavy. Nice bend on the 2-weight. Guess we'll have to let him go.
And then one thing to notice I'm in short sleeves, so they stocked about this time of year, and I was still able to go out in short sleeves.
Cool beans. Okay, so we got that little sunfish. Now let's see if we can get an actual trout this time. We'll just get the cast set up. There we go. Let's see if we can get him to hit. There we go. That one hit it. Hit it while we were bringing it in. All right. Okay. Fun stuff. All right, steady action on the CGR and that olive near deer. I think it slowed down a little bit though. We'll see if we can get another one. We still got 2 more to limit out. So let's see if we can maybe
Alrighty, so the big takeaway with Pottsboro, just got stocked today. Short sleeve weather at that time. I think it's going to get a little cooler this year, but I think you can be able to get out there and get some fishing in with maybe just a light jacket at this point. I don't think it gets really cold till next week. So It was stocked today, Pottsboro, Grayson County, the one to keep in your back pocket. And that video was describing how to get there, and some details about it. So with that, excuse me, the other local stocking is also in Grayson County, and this is going to be Waterloo Park Pond. Let me go back to the schedule. You can see here Grayson County, Denison, Texas, Waterloo Park Pond. They got stocked on the 15th, and then it'll get stocked again on the 8th of January, the 29th, and then also March 5th. Also note that I believe usually these dates, at least the ones in January and March, coincide with the Trout Derby. I think that's the day before. So keep that in your back pocket as to when to schedule a trip up there. Or maybe if you want to go and participate in the Trout Derby, those are always some fun times when you may be able to catch a trout or two and also win a contest or two. Waterloo Park Pond, it's a small pond. So what I'll do is take you to that past video and maybe talk to some items there. And if you have any questions, do touch base on the chat, and maybe I'll be able to answer them too. Alrighty. So let's go check out Waterloo Pond. I'm Glenn, City of Island Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team on YouTube. In this round, we're talking Go Fish camera, Go Fish underwater camera, footage at Waterloo Park Pond over there in Denison, where they stocked it recently. And well, let's just do some real quick explanation of the day's trip. And this is back, I think it was December 20, Sunday. It was Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning. And we got there, brought our ultralight gear, specifically the Penn Pursuit 3 on a lightning rod. This is the 6.5 foot medium light spinning rod and spinning reel. That Penn Pursuit 3 with 6-pound tests, and this replaces the reel that the bail that broke the other day. So that's the one rod and reel setup that I used. And then we also brought this Zebco slingshot that I just picked up for $10 at Walmart on sale. Came with the line, came with the reel and the rod. And this one is, I believe it's 5 foot 6 inches, so 5.5 feet. And it's very similar to the same Zebco slingshot that we were using for kayak fishing, got a match pair of these, but the handle is got this skeleton piece here. So the other one is a full foam handle, and well, that one floats when it falls into the water. So maybe this summer when we go back out kayak fishing, I'll have to test if the new slingshot combo also floats. So more to come on that one. But anyways, let's go talk fishing. All right, so the other rod that you see in here is a bait casting Cabela's rod. It's got some braided line on there, and that's the one that I use for the Go Fish camera. And now let's go and start the video. Okay, so this is Waterloo Park Pond. Recently stocked. You can see a fair amount of people out there. You got our fishing buddy out there with his line out in the water, and yours truly over here messing around with something. Anyways, got the line in the water, and we're just kind of playing it by ear, and sure enough, we were able to figure out that it's power bait. Power bait this round. Did try some other baits, and well, it came down to power bait. In fact, here's a smorgasbord of what we tried. We got the power bait power worms, got some trout bait, got some power nuggets, and then of course some corn. And then yours truly here getting ready to show you some finesse technique. In other words, cranky, no Yankee, like we did at Pottsboro. Just tighten up on the line. Don't set the hook by yanking on the rod. Just basically tighten up on the line. And sure enough, there it is. In fact, I think I caught this one on a power nugget. I was just kind of messing around and we just wanted to try different things. There's that Zebco slingshot. There's the setup, 2 split shot, and got a deal of a power nugget on there. There's that power nugget again in a little smaller jar. And we're going to go and just try it on the Go Fish camera. So we got corn and a power nugget on here. But previous to that, we also had corn and a power worm. And let's just skip over to the corn and power worm. And shortly thereafter, actually about maybe 5-10 minutes, no hits. No hits on the corn, no hits on the power worm. I'm still using a float to keep the rig off the bottom. And that's kind of been the go-to thing to keep the Go Fish camera above all that greenery. You'll see how this one will kind of float along and eventually rest on the bottom, but still with the camera above the greenery so we can make some action shots. Well, turns out Trout didn't want to hit anything above the greenery. They kind of wanted it closer to the bottom. When we switch over and did that setup and took the float off, you'll see that things will get clobbered, and in some cases won't even see the trout hit. Shortly, you will see another cast where it's on the bottom, it's deeper, no float, and there's that power bait, and you can't even see the corn right now. But if you kind of pay attention a little bit here, I'm going to recast to another part where I saw some movement. It'll again be down below in the greenery and definitely clobbered. Bam. Oh, was still able to at least salvage enough video to where I can pick up maybe some key things this round. In this case, something's hitting it. It's moving the camera, and we're going to see here shortly a trout. I'll kind of slow it down here and show you again what I'm talking about. So a trout comes up and takes the rig and the bait, but I'm not sure which one they took, at least in this camera, or at least this view. But he's got it, and he's running with it, but he'll drop it. So we'll bring it back up, and in short order, we'll get confirmation that he did steal the bait. In fact, he went for, right there, no power bait, just corn. So, hey, heads up, let's go to power bait. So just cast it out again, but this time with power bait. Still want to see if the corn's going to attract them, and, well, we'll still have to deal with the greenery, but luckily, we'll still be able to keep it in the water and at least see how the fish react. In this case, something's bumping it. It's moving the camera around. And eventually, I believe you'll get a glimpse of something taking it. But anyways, right there. Bang, something hit it. So what's interesting about this one, with this trout, is we caught him. There's one thing that I picked up from the video that we can point out here shortly. So shots here where we got the trout in hand. So, yep, we definitely caught him. We definitely went for the power bait. What'll be interesting, though, is, let's slow it down. So right here, he actually had the power bait. It came out. He went back down into the greenery to go grab it. And then he's going back up. And now he's really hooked. All right. And I kind of thought I saw maybe another glimpse of some other trout in the background kind of chasing him. So they were probably really aggressive, trying to make sure they got a hold of that bait. So good to know that they were in there, still going for the bait, even when they spit it out. Hey, let's try it again. Just toss it out there. Still have to deal with the greenery on the bottom, but we can still at least also see something happening. You're going to start getting some movement again. There's a trout going by. Just a glimpse of it. And then I think there's going to be something else coming by here shortly. Yep, another trout. And he's actually picking at it. So the corn's moving. He's picking at the power bait. Corn's still moving. So I know he's eating the power bait. He's not eating the corn. And sure enough, he's going to hook himself. Just moving the camera about. And in short order, I believe we're going to have this guy on the line also. There he is. He's on. He's running. There he goes. He's on his run. We've got him. We just got to bring him in now. All right. And this one also went for the power bait.
Okay, so that was Waterloo, and again, some just FYI, it tends to be clear water, but it also has a lot of that greenery, some kind of algae thing that's on the bottom. In past trips, I've gotten the Go Fish camera, got it in the water, and I was able to get a clear view of the trout. And one thing that I learned from that was when you're reeling in your bait, be it corn or power bait or maybe a power worm, I noticed a lot of the trout were just kind of monitoring or kind of watching the bait, but as I reeled it in, they started chasing it. And I think one of the key takeaways is if you've ever gone fishing before for trout and you get that initial pickup and then you don't hook them, but then as you're reeling it in, you get another bite, that probably explains what's happening is they're chasing that bait as you're reeling it in. So if you get that initial bite on your trout, and as you say you have power bait and it sticks on there really well, I'd say just reel it in kind of slightly and see if you get another hit on it. So one of the things I picked up looking at the underwater video Let's see. So we talked about Pottsboro. It was stocked today. We talked about Waterloo Park Pond up in Denison. It was also stocked today. The other one is the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center in Athens. It has been stocked. There's some different rules there. You have to go online and get a heads up as to their hours. I think they changed them over the years. And additionally, how much it costs to go in and fish the place, as well as if you're going to do any catching, keeping. I think there's an extra fee there. If you're just going to do catch and release, I know the entry fee alone gets you in there to go fish, so you don't even have to have a fishing license. The entry fee alone will get you in there. So let me take us to a video about the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center. And if you have any questions, do reach out. I'm on the chat. Also, if you do have any after the video or after this live stream, do reach out as well in the comments. All right, let's get us to the next location, Athens, Texas Freshwater Fishery Center.
Cap of a fishing trip that we took Saturday over to the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center, and it's going to be a longer video. I think it's like 20 minutes plus, but got some good information as to the place that we fished, as well as some of the patterns that we had to use. Started out with a fast retrieve, adjusted to a stop and go, and then ended up with some short pulls on the line and finding what pattern was, specifically the olive near deer. All right. So do check out the video this round, and hopefully you can get some good information on it. We do mention in there about fishing Texas Freshwater Fishery Center with the admissions fee and the fishing license not required. Still kind of researching that one, so do check with them for sure if you do need to have a fishing license. I know there's some free fishing days that are available that they host for special events, but we need to research a little bit more, make sure that we're able to fish there with just the admission price, as well as maybe keeping the harvest fee for some of the trout that you'll catch there. They're closed right now, Monday and Tuesday, but we'll reach out to them later and maybe post it in the comments what we find out. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Do stay to the end for the bonus, and oh, by the way, good luck and good fishing.
Okay, it's Saturday, December 7th. We're going to go on a road trip to the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center. Leaving here from the racetrack in Allen. Of course, we got to go have our breakfast of champions of some coffee and an apple fritter. Ooh, apple fritters. All right, so they don't open till 9, so we've got some time to get there. And once you do get there, there's an entrance fee, as well as if you want to keep what you're catching. I think there's some extra you have to pay as well. Other than that, it's catch and release. Barbless hooks, as well as if you're going to use their, or you'll have to use their bait as well, I believe. So I think the other thing is once you pay the entrance fee, you don't need a fishing license. You get a freebie for that. But we've got our fishing license, so we should be good to go. All right, let's hit the road. All right, we're almost there. It opens at 9 o'clock, so we're timing it so that we arrive just a little bit after they open, and then hopefully we'll be able to catch a trout or two. Okay, we're coming up on the entrance to the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center. We brought the TFO fly rod with us, and we're gonna have to go and pay the entrance fee. A bit of trout. Here it is. I'm going to pour it out here and show you what they look like. All right, so they're not very big, but definitely pretty fun. And the cost is $5.50 to get in. That's the orange little wristband, and then yellow is $5 to show that you're going to keep 5 of the trout. All right, so a bucket trout basically. All right, so we hope you had a good time with us this round at the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center, Athens, Texas. The key fly today was the olive near deer with a steady retrieve or fast retrieve. Those trout definitely wanted them moving. All right, next time we'll catch you later, and good luck and good fishing.
Okay, so I hope that was helpful. That was the Athens, or the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center in Athens, Texas. And it does have trout. And like I was saying in the chat, last year they stocked a large rainbow trout that would have, if caught and released, I believe would have been the state record rainbow trout. So I'm not sure if they're going to do that again this year. But if they do, keep that in your back pocket, that you may be able to have a chance at catching one of these state record sized trout. The other thing is, for this round, I was going to close it out with any Q&A that you may have concerning the video or trout stocking in general. Additionally, I was putting my fishing box together. This is the one that I use for that ultralight bait casting, bait finesse style fishing, where I'm using basically ultralight lures, 1/16 ounce, be it the Super Duper, the Rooster Tail, as well as MEP spinners, inline spinners. And let me just, for those that want to stay on, just explain what I have in my box, and that I keep with me when I decided to take out the ultralight bait casting gear, the bait finesse style fishing. All right, so let's see. Let me just show you real quick. Right here is, there's a set of Super Dupers over here, right here, and that has gold, copper, silver, and one in rainbow trout. What's missing is I normally have a black one as well, black one with a red top. Let's see if I can get you a better picture. Let's see right here. There we go. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Okay, so these are the Super Dupers right here. Okay, and like I was saying, the only one that I have missing that I normally would have is a black Super Duper with a red top. The next one to that is a mix of MEP's inline spinners, as well as these, I think it's like a little Clio spoon, and then there's another spoon in here. Let's see if I can grab it. It's like the Cast Master. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I got it on the end. Okay, this one I'll fish just like as if I'm using a silver Super Duper. But the main reason why I use the Cast Master now here is I take the treble hooks off it. It's heavier than your normal comparable size lure of this size. And what I do is I'll attach it to my rod here to the line, and then I'll add another line here. I take the treble hook off and I put a fly on the end of it. And when I know they want, or I don't have my fly rod with me, but I know they want to hit flies, I'll put a fly on here as a lead or a lagging lure or fly, and I'll fish it that way for trout. The other stuff that I have in here, the MEP's inline spinners. It's usually the MEP's Anglia. I think it's the 0 blade size. Okay. And I have that one in gold blade, copper blade, silver blade. And then over here are two sets of Rooster Tails. There's one set that's a Fire Tiger, as well as Chartreuse. Right, here's the Fire Tiger. There's a mix of them. Fire Tiger, there's a Chartreuse, there's a green, a yellow, there's gold bladed, silver bladed. These are what I'm switching between different lures to see what is biting, or what they're preferring to strike. And then I'll have another set of Rooster Tails, and here's black, white, brown, again silver bladed, gold bladed, and I'll adjust those as need be, depending on how the trout are reacting to it. So if they're wanting a particular color, I'll definitely shift. The other day when I was doing some fishing at Bethany, I started out with a gold or a copper Super Duper, switched over to the rainbow trout Super Duper. In both cases, had no hits. Switched over to a Fire Tiger Rooster Tail, had a hit there, but I lost them. And then as it got darker, I switched over to a black rooster tail, and I had like 3 hits. They were on the line, but they threw the hook on me. So technically, I may have gotten 3 or 4 if I didn't get any of those to throw, and they would have been mainly on the black rooster tail as well as the fire tiger. But as I fish, be it ultralight casting, bait finesse style, I'll switch lures, try different retrieves, but then I'll switch the lure and see if I need to try something else until I find a consistent color that they're hitting on. Similar to fly fishing, I'll do the same thing with flies. I'll try different colors, retrieves, and give it like 10-15 minutes. And oh, by the way, I need to switch it and try something else until I start finding that pattern. Let's see. Other than that, a real quick update on the other thing that I've been working on is the center pin reel. This is that one that I got in the other day. I've got it mounted on a spinning rod. It's like a 12-foot one, and I'm going to try seeing if I can get a handle on doing some float fishing with this center pin style. Right now, it's pretty cool that it free spools pretty easy. I just got to do a little practice with the casting, as I do have some work to do there to learn this technique. But do stay tuned. I'm hoping that I can be able to try it at in a river situation, be it the Blue River, Lake Louisville Ecological Learning Area, or somewhere where there's water movement where I can use a float, be it bait, fly, lure, and see if I can free line a presentation to something, be it a trout or a striped bass. So stay tuned there. Other than that, that's all I had this round. Appreciate y'all joining today. Hopefully I'll get another set of live streams out there, as well as maybe another video. I'm thinking about trying to hit Pottsboro here this weekend. It just got started today, and it's a fairly fun and open area to fish, be it fly fishing, bait finesse, or just your style of fishing. Kind of laid back, and it's a little bit out of the way that there's not as many people that you'll see there. So other than that, if you do have any additional questions, comments, do add it in the posted video from this live stream, and hopefully I can answer a question or get you to the right people to answer them. All right. So until then, till next time, we'll catch you later. Good luck and good fishing.